You know, I've been around a long time, nearly 90 years, and I've watched generations grow, change, and sometimes drift apart. And if there's one thing I've learned that matters above all else, it's this: the moments we share with our grandchildren are precious. They don't have to be grand, expensive, or perfect. They just need to be real, intentional, and filled with love. I remember sitting on my porch many years ago with my granddaughter, watching the sun go down. She leaned against me, and in that quiet, I realized she felt safe, not because I was doing anything spectacular, but because I was present, listening, and interested in her world. That memory, small as it was, stayed with me. That's what I want to share with you today. 5 ways to make your time together meaningful, lasting, and full of love. 1. Share your stories, and really listen. Stories are the bridges between generations. They carry lessons, humor, and love. But the true magic happens when you share and listen. Think about it. When you tell a story from your own childhood, a mistake that taught you a lesson, a little adventure, a time you were proud, your grandchildren don't just hear your words. They see the path you've walked. And when you pause to listen to their stories, they feel important, validated, and safe. Example: my grandson Ben, 11, came to me one rainy afternoon. I told him about riding my bike 5 miles in the pouring rain to school, something I did because I had no other choice. He laughed and asked, "Did you ever fall?" I laughed too, shared my story, and then paused. That small pause invited him to tell me about a science project he was nervous about. By the end, he felt heard and safe. Tips to try this week. Prepare one short story, funny, honest, or slightly embarrassing. Listen with open-ended questions. What happened next? Or, how did that feel? Don't correct or lecture immediately. Give space. Pair stories with an activity: walking, drawing, or cooking. Movement makes it easier to open up. Lesson: it's the combination of telling and listening that builds trust and emotional connection. 2. Create small traditions, little things that last forever. I've watched families grow, children move away, and yet, small traditions survive the years. Traditions don't have to be elaborate. They can be Saturday morning pancakes, a holiday cookie recipe, or even a special handshake. What makes them powerful is consistency and love. Example: my friend George, 72, makes dinosaur-shaped pancakes every Saturday morning for his 2 grandchildren. The pancakes are never perfect, sometimes floppy, sometimes a little too sweet. But Leah and Max love them. They arrive early, help set the table, or just watch. Years later, even as teenagers, they remember Saturday Dino pancakes with laughter. How to start a tradition. Keep it simple. Complexity won't last. Make it joyful, tied to an emotion. Fun, laughter, warmth. Include the child in planning. The more it's theirs, the stronger the bond. For long-distance families, shared playlists, postcards, or monthly Zoom traditions can work too. Tip: rotate small details to keep it fresh. Let the grandchild choose shapes, themes, or music. The tradition grows with them. 3. Step into their world. Curiosity builds connection. Grandchildren live in a fast-changing, digital world. Meeting them there is a gift. It says, "I care about what matters to you." Example: my granddaughter Ava, 13, loves a drawing app. At first, I fumbled. My fingers were too slow, my sketches were awful. She giggled and became my teacher. Later, I showed her watercolor techniques. We laughed at our mistakes, learned together, and shared a moment neither of us will forget. How to do this? Ask about their hobbies or favorite activities without judgment. Let them teach you something. Children love being the expert. Share a bit of your world too, your music, gardening, or a favorite recipe. Laugh at mistakes. Humor is a bridge. Why it works? When you show interest in what excites them, you validate their feelings and show respect. Mutual learning deepens the bond. 4. Make time. Consistency matters more than distance. Not everyone lives close. But even short, predictable interactions build trust and security. Example: my friend Ellen lives 2 states away. She calls her grandchildren every Sunday. Sometimes they read a chapter together. Sometimes they play a simple guessing game. Sometimes they just talk about their week. It doesn't take hours, but that consistency sends a powerful message: I am here. You are important to me. Tips for making time count. Set predictable schedules. Even 10 minutes a week can matter more than an occasional hour. In person, walks, school plays, or errands together build memories. Remote, video calls, voice notes, shared photo albums, or small care packages work wonders. Keep it interactive. Read together, draw together, play a small game. It keeps engagement high. Lesson: presence is love. Predictable presence builds trust. 5. Be their safe place, calm, steady, and non-judgmental. Above all, grandchildren need someone they can turn to when life is confusing or overwhelming. A calm, safe presence teaches them emotional resilience. Example: my grandson Sam, 14, struggled with school pressures. He was ashamed to tell his parents. I didn't try to fix everything. I walked with him and said, I hear you. I believe in you. That's all he needed, someone to listen without judgment, to hold space for his feelings. Helpful phrases. That sounds really hard. I'm glad you told me. You're not alone. One step at a time is okay. Boundaries. Being a safe place doesn't mean overriding parents. It means supporting, validating, and helping them feel secure. Work together with the parents. So here's what I've learned over decades. Tell your stories and listen, create small traditions, step into their world, make time, and be a safe, calm presence. These simple, consistent acts create lasting memories and deep emotional bonds. This week, try one small thing. Share a story, start a tiny tradition, make a call, or simply ask, how are you really doing? That one act of attention can ripple through their life for years. I'd love to hear from you. What's one way you connect with your grandchildren? Share it in the comments. If this video resonated, please like, subscribe, and share it. Remember, it's the ordinary things, your time, your attention, your stories, and your love, that grandchildren carry in their hearts forever.